Well, hi everybody. Hello, hello, hello. In the words of RuPaul. Welcome to another episode of On the Line. I'm your host, Kris Avalon, and what I'm going to do is this is basically a short form show where I just jump on the line and just talk about one of the biggest stories that's going on throughout the week and just give my opinion. Y'all leave your comments, give your opinion. We agree to disagree respectfully, because all opinions are welcome. And then that's that. That's basically the premise of the show. So welcome for those of you who are watching on the line. As I said or stated before, my name is Kris Avalon. So thank you all for tuning in. If you are brand new to YouTube, which we are also streaming live from, be sure to click like and subscribe at the bottom down below. Y'all know how to go down. Anyway, I'm also going to bring EJ in from DTA Podcast and Host Chat Live, who's going to also give his opinion on the following topic, which is NeNe Leakes is threatening to boycott Bravo. Boycott to the point that she basically recruited Breonna Taylor's attorney. So what happened was she took to social media with the following and said, basically was trying to get everybody to sign petitions, saying that sign the petitions. When you see them, repost the boycott flyers. When you see them, turn off your TVs. She also wanted to say, y'all ready to start the boycott yet? What has happened behind the scenes is wrong. While others are being promoted, Black women who created shows, created genres, built franchises, and built networks are being demoted. Turn off your TVs. Now, I love you, NeNe Leakes. I applaud you for all you have contributed to the Real Housewives franchise. However, semicolon, you did not create the Real Housewives franchise. You were basically given a Housewives franchise, and a whole show was built around yourself and a bunch of other girls. Yeah, this is the one that I sent out to the Bureau so that way they could bring it on here. You pretty much became a part of this show, and you recruit a bunch of girls around you. So you brought in Kim, you brought in Sheree, you brought in Lisa Wu, you brought in all these other girls, and they created a show around that. But you forgot Orange County existed long before you, and they already chopped Tamra and Vicky because they were going to be demoted, and they didn't want to be demoted, so they were just like, you know what, I'm just going to leave. Like, this makes no sense why you're going to demote me and that sort of thing. So this whole thing with NeNe, I'd be all for boycotting if you weren't so damn problematic in the past 2 seasons. See, she seems to forget. Apparently, because didn't she say she left on her own accord, and now all of a sudden she's saying something completely different? She was demoted. She was kicked out. She was basically fired. Quiet as is kept. I knew she was fired from the beginning. When she came out with that whole, it was such an amazing experience, and I was like, okay, that's the press release thing that they make you say. And then all of a sudden she went on Tamron Hall, said something different. She's gone on social media and said different things. Then she was tweeting out or posting on social media the ratings for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And don't get me wrong, this is the beginning of the new season. It's not that exciting yet, except for Drew Sidor and her problematic ass husband. That's a whole nother conversation. But you were not saying that she tried to post a whole, the ratings were, I guess, under 2 million. But I'm like, why does this kept? Them numbers was the same last season too. So whether or not you was on the show, the ratings wasn't popping. To be honest, I feel like this whole franchise is long in the tooth, and you either need to rejudge and restart with new girls. Because I was looking at it like Candy, I think, got another damn season left in her before I'm like, okay, girl, it's time for you to sashay away. Cynthia brings absolutely nothing to the show. She's just been dry for the past, 6, 7 seasons she's been on. The 2 new girls, I feel like, are really bringing it. We haven't seen Tanya yet. I actually wonder how NeNe feels about Marlo being on the show now that she's not a part of the show, and she brought Marlo on. So I wonder how that whole friendship, if that's still thriving, because we all know how it is. NeNe is like, are you with me? Are you against me? And she's talking about boycott Bravo, but your girl is on a show. So you want her to like stop the bag because your bag's been stopped? So these are all interesting questions that I'm interested in learning. Also, remember, she left the show once before and then came back. What is it? She left at season 7, then she came as a guest in season 8, and then returned with a pay raise for season 10. And then what was it? Then let's not forget she attempted to spin on Kenya, the reunion, which is the opportunity for you to sit there and recap everything that happened throughout the season. She tried, oh, they ganging up on me. Girl, nobody ganged up on you. When you are the most talked about, when you bring the most drama, everybody knows that you sit next to Andy Cohen at that point. So you're going to constantly be in the rotation. They're going to ask you a lot of questions, and that's an opportunity for you to redeem yourself. That has always been the concept of the reunions since its conception. That's an opportunity for you to redeem yourself and get people to be on your side, but she became excruciatingly difficult. She always had an attitude. Everybody's against her. It's so like, you're there to defend yourself. That's just always been the concept. I don't understand, like, well, of course, Joshua, because I know you are Team NeNe Leaks. I've been reading the timeline. Oh yeah, sorry. Give me a second. We'll tag you in it. So that way your friends and stuff could jump in. But or tag yourself in it. You can do that. Sorry. But I'm on a roll right now, so give me a second. So my thing is, I'd all be for her and everything, but to me, it just seemed like she's just been doing a lot of problematic things. Now, is Bravo in it? Andy Cohen. I don't particularly like him. I don't like what he's about. I feel like he's a stunt queen. I think he's a wannabe goddamn housewife, but because he doesn't have a pussy, he has to settle for giving himself a horrible ass Watch What Happens Live show. I don't know anybody that still watch that crap. And what was the other one? Oh, and then he just hosts the Real Housewives. I remember somebody said that he runs the network. He doesn't run the network. He had an executive position at one point, but once you become talent, he had to take a back seat, which means he only makes money off those Housewives franchises and the Watch What Happens Live series. So I don't watch Andy Cohen. I used to watch him depending on who he had on. So if he had Mariah on, if he had NeNe on, of course, NeNe was the best part of, let's be honest. I always loved when NeNe was on Watch What Happens Live because she would bring the shade. I have a problem with Kenya because Kenya wound up saying something recently where she tried to say the reason why Portia got arrested was for attention. First of all, if anybody's going to go to a Black Lives Matter situation and there's cameras and stuff there, why would you say I'm literally doing this shit on purpose so that way I can get arrested? Like, Kenya, focus on your gay ass husband, that Trinidadian. I think he's a big old faggot, number one. And your desperation just for being in a relationship. Just deal with that mess and worry less about why people out here getting arrested. Let Portia do what Portia doing. Now, if Portia would have said something shady to you, I could understand that. But for you to sit there and insinuate that she's doing all this for attention, what was your ass doing besides sitting at home and eating all damn day? Because, girl, you got about 5 chins. We've seen that on the new season. Now, I don't want to fat shame, but this bitch, had to come out her face, and I had to, say something on that. So there's been a lot of factors. Like, during the time when NeNe was at her height, why didn't she use that opportunity to launch more shows? Don't wait on Bravo to give you something. You could have went to other networks. You could put yourself out there, have your agent go out there and give you bookings. I feel like with all this that she's doing, she is making herself unemployable. She really is, because now anybody who fires NeNe from here on out, they got to worry about the possibility of a lawsuit, the fact of, or she's going to come out and say negative things about, nobody's going to want to work with her. She has to realize this industry is really small. And yeah. So, and then also it was like, what was it? There was a lot of stuff that was going on last season. The whole spitting in Greece. She said, I didn't spit on her. Yeah, we know. We didn't see spit fly like pumpkin when she spit on New York. We didn't see, it wasn't like that. But the insinuation of it was low class. And then she tried to compare herself to the whole Mariah Huck situation. Now, her situation with Mariah is different. Mariah came to Bravo with the Married to Medicine concept. Bravo did some shady ass shit because she didn't do her homework and she didn't, what's the word? She didn't take the opportunity to make sure that she had in her own situation, so that way if something happened, like if you got an idea, that it's actually yours and somebody can't come in and steal it. So I guess she didn't do her homework or get herself an entertainment lawyer, that sort of thing, to protect her idea from what Bravo did with it. So now Bravo is benefiting off the whole Married to Medicine situation, and Mariah's not getting a percentage of that, which is unfortunate. So you got to watch, and it ain't just Bravo. Networks do that shit all the damn time. So people have to understand what it is and how it is when it comes to entertainment, and how shady these people are when it's behind the scenes. And look, I've already said I've had my issues with Andy Cohen. He's a thirsty ass clout chaser. He also likes to have men of color sign NDAs so he can have his little notorious sex parties. Y'all know about that because he tried to recruit one of my friends, and one of my friends was not going because, it was a whole situation. I don't want to give away too much, but I got eyes and ears everywhere. So, and then she tried to create a show with her and gay men, which was a disaster. And now people are getting mad because Claudia Jordan basically took the idea, ran with it, and did something better with it. And now the show's been picked up. So TGIF is now a full-blown series. So, yeah. At this point, I just kind of wish that NeNe would just, take it on the chin. I'm not saying that there's no drama and there's no issues going on with Bravo. Bravo's a whole nother beast. We could all just stop watching all them damn shows. Oh, I see you. I love Claudia too. And one of the things that irks me is that I'm sick and tired of people on her shows whenever NeNe comes up in the conversation. I'm sick and tired of people talking about, well, you always got her name in your mouth. And it's like, first of all, when you're in media, see, this is what people don't realize, that when you have to explain it to the slow. Yes, I was on a show, not me, but I'm putting myself in the shoes of Claudia Jordan. Yes, I was on a show 6 seasons ago. We had our little thing where I damn near dragged her by the little edges she had left when she was in that season. And NeNe was like, oh yeah, I read her. Bring out NeNe. Where was NeNe? Because NeNe got dragged by them cup of noodles, that cup of noodles wig she had on her fucking head. Let's talk about it. Them wigs was looking a little ratchet. It was kind of looking like, did y'all see Diddy's mama's wig recently? Now you gave that woman, what did he give her? He gave her, what was it, $1 million in a car or something or another? Now you couldn't have bought her, got her one of Selena Johnson's wigs. Like, come on now, Diddy, how you got your mother out here with the most synthetic wigs? That's a whole nother conversation. We shouldn't speak ill of the elderly, but that wig was just a mess. I just had to bring that up. But with all that being said, I really wish that, you know what, girl, lick your wounds, take some time, regroup, figure out what's your next step, and move on from it. Instead of just sitting here being all bitter and upset. Now, to me, it just seems like sour grapes at this point. And we should talk about, the problem that NeNe's been a little problematic, that she's not innocent in this whole situation. Now, if there is been discrimination on the show, I need timelines, I need receipts, I need all of that stuff. Now, when there were a lot of these problematic things that she claims going on, she was sitting by reaping the benefits of Bravo and what was going on with that network. So what, only because you're being affected by it, now we should boycott Bravo? But there's always been a little problematic things that has been going on there. So it just seems a bit self-servicey to me, which was like that other show that she was trying to do, that shit with the iPhone in the abandoned nightclub. That felt like self-service. It wasn't like it was benefiting you and everyone else in the room. It just looked like everybody was there to just service NeNe, could bow down to the queen, that sort of thing. Which is one of always the ideas that I've always despised about a lot of these artists, where y'all just think it's all about you. So, she also said something, but this is what she said to Benjamin Crump. She said, it's not so much about me having my own show. When you work at any company, you want elevation. It's about leveling up. Whether I'm an actress or an executive, everybody wants to level up on their opportunity or their job. As an original housewife, a lot of these girls were being elevated. I was being demoted. I was given less and less episodes, and these girls were given more and more episodes. I was given less. Original housewives across the board in different states, Beverly Hills, New Jersey, other places, they were given full seasons, and I was given less episodes every season. So she's talking about people who were given reality shows. Okay, first of all, Kim Zolciak should not have been given a damn show. That show was horrible. Why is Don't Be Tardy still on, number one? Number two, Lisa Vanderpump, yes, she was given her own shows. Vanderpump Rules is unwatchable. I don't even know how people sat and watched that crap. None of those people on there were even, you know, when sometimes you watch a show, it's like you could be an asshole, but there's got to be some sort of redemption, or there's got to be a little redeemability. I don't know if redeemability is a word. If it isn't, I just made it up. But there just needs to be something when you look at someone who's a bit of a dick, but it's not, you're just a straight up dick. But no, everybody on that show was just assholes. That's why I could not watch or get behind that damn show. Jax Taylor, who they just fired. There was like nothing but Jax Taylors on that show. Male and female. So the problematic stuff that's going on, and yeah, we know Black Lives Matter and all the things that was going on because of quarantine made all of a sudden everybody all of a sudden had revelations this year and decided to take a look and see, like, yes, this is problematic, that's problematic. But I don't know. It's just a lot to unpack and a lot to think about. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to get a different perspective. So I wanted to bring EJ, and I know he wants to do a quick commercial break, but I just don't know. I don't know. The commercial break, I feel like, is going to disrupt the mood or the flow. So, honey, I need you to come in and give your perspective, unless you want to just cut to the break. So, yeah. Guys, leave your comments. To come across from Queer Team. Oh, yes, he got the picture and everything. Shout out to, and right on time, which is like kismet. So as I said, Maluma, picture comes in. But anyway, so there's a Cuban clairvoyant with over 3.5 million Facebook fans. Her name is Mani Vidente, and she has nearly 900,000 followers on Instagram. So they're saying many believe she has the ability to acutely read minds and predict the future, like Walter Mercado. But you know, if you are a member of the Latino community, you shall not throw shade at Walter Mercado. I love Walter Mercado, but I say my little jokes, and it is what it is. So this week she stopped by the Mexican talk show called Aquí Contigo, which in English means here with you, to share her latest psychic visions. So during the appearance, Moni claimed that Maluma is madly in love with Jennifer Lopez, who he recently collaborated with on the single Pati and Lonely. I should also point out that they're in a movie together. I think it's called Marry Me, which I had just heard has been delayed to the summer. It's supposed to come out around Valentine's Day, but you know, due to coronavirus and all this other stuff that's going on. Yeah, we heard that Pfizer has a vaccine that they're pushing through and stocks have gone up and all this other stuff. So they're hoping to have something, and then movie theaters be open in the summertime, so that's why they pushed it. I don't see movie theaters opening up early next year. I don't. I just see like possibly the summer, things will probably get back to semi-normal. So she's alleging that she says Maluma fell very much in love with Jennifer Lopez, saying that he's drawn to her because she's a 51-year-old woman. Does she remind him of his mother of some sort? Because, you know, J-Lo is that age. Not only that, but Moni claims Lopez is just as into Maluma. In fact, they're having a secret affair. I really see that they've had a sexual relationship, adding that the pair talks about their deep love for one another all the time on the phone and on WhatsApp. Okay, girl. But she didn't stop there. Moni also alleged that in addition to being obsessed with J-Lo, Maluma is also sexually attracted to both men and women. She says Maluma is bisexual. He is with someone from Colombia who is also a singer. Who? J Balvin? Put me on. So just to be clear, in addition to allegedly engaging in a secret affair with J-Lo, Maluma is also allegedly hooking up on the DL. All of this, of course, is complete and utter BS. I'm just going to say that, you know what? I don't know if I believe this story. While I'm entertained by it, while it's cute and all that good stuff, I don't know if I believe this Charo-looking bitch up in here talking about Maluma is having a secret affair with a Colombian singer from a singer from Colombia. Who's the Colombian singer? Like, if you out here spilling tea, spill all of it, Miss Clairvoyant. Come on, Oda Mae Brown, spill the tea. Let us know who it is. J-Lo is engaged to A-Rod. And Maluma has said in the past that he's not into guys. And if he were, he would most definitely say so. This is what he said in February. He also said, the one who said that I'm gay, lend me your girlfriend to see how gay I am. I hate when people say that, because then I'll look at you and think that, okay, let me show you how gay I am. It just shows like, oh, that's just some typical heterosexual BS that y'all like to say. To prove how much of a man you are. And do I believe that Maluma might be a little fluid? Possibly. I mean, he is a looking man. He's a pretty boy. He called himself pretty boy, dirty boy. So he is of the pretty boy spectrum. He is a good looking guy. I could definitely see him getting freaky or being sexually fluid or whatever the case. And if he is, so what? Who cares? Look, Ricky Martin cannot be the only homosexual or the only man running around.
E nem a Tia Naná foi assim também, cara. Ela só tava aqui.
Oh, look, we're back. Sorry. Okay, welcome back to On the Line, Yannies. Well, in case you missed it and you're tuning in live, we were talking about NeNe leaks. I gave a little my opinion on it, and now I want to bring in a second opinion, different perspective. Host of DTA Podcast and co-host of Host Chat Live every Saturday from 12 to 2 on alldigitalradio.com. And you can see it on all, or listen to it on all different streaming platforms. Basically, just go on Apple Music is there. Along with my podcast, by the way, the Kris Avalon Show, which you can listen to on all streaming sites as well. Let's bring in Mr. EJ Parker, who's going to give his perspective on Lenethia Monique leaks. Where you at, girl?
I'm here.
Holiday. You got a little Christmas hat. I was supposed to get one.
I'm in my festive moment right now, girl.
I know. I was getting my Christmas hat, but shit happened. This morning I was
what's up, everyone?
Running around like a
happy holidays.
Cut off. Yes, happy holidays, y'all. So
yeah. Let me fix my light. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. But we had to leave the room. So yeah. Excuse me. So you heard what I had to say. I don't know if you agree or disagree. I'd like to hear what you got to say. And then there's something I want to follow up on.
Well, I mean, I definitely agree with the sense of that. Right now, I think NeNe has used all of her straws that she had. I think that with her doing this lawyer thing with Benjamin Crump, you spoke about Breonna Taylor's lawyer, also many others, and she's trying to take it to the courts, as the headline said. You and I spoke about, that is the headline. Will she take this to the courts? Because you don't bring someone like him on to not take it to that level. And Bravo is a big entity under NBC Universal, so she's not just going for just Andy Cohen. This is for the network, and this is going to be probably a big case if it goes there. So on one hand, I'm here for NeNe because I'm always going to stand with someone who's here to break the mold and speak up because I think this is bigger than her. On the other side, I do get what you're saying, and a lot of people who are looking at this as, oh girl, you late, you tired, you did the reading session, you did this, you went on Tamron, you had your makeup and break up with Wendy, all that stuff, and that's why I wanted to come on and kind of break it down, because this has been a transgression of earlier this year, Wendy, and then that fell out because Wendy's being Wendy. She ain't gonna be with you, never will, never has been. And now NeNe is lost in the sauce. The Real Housewives of Atlanta has moved on. Let's be honest. A lot of new great characters on there. A lot of a lot of people on there who can do the job, and that's the worst thing of reality television. When someone comes to do the job better, more professional, not asking for much, not demanding, all the little intricacies that make a show behind the scenes. If you're problematic on and off camera, it's one thing that we need the rating for. If you're off camera being problematic, which Wendy is, her and Andy Cohen, have had very bad words a couple of months back.
She even dragged Andy Cohen over. I think he made a comment about she wore the same dress more than once, and she went. I'm like, you going after your boss? What are you doing? And so she just thought, like, you can't go into a situation thinking you're untouchable, that you're not replaceable. Everybody is replaceable. You see how they got rid of, like I said, they got rid of Tamara's gone. Vicky Gomez, who is the OG of all the housewives, she's gone because they were like, oh, well, you're not bringing nothing. You're going to be demoted. This is how TV works. If you don't do the job that they're paying you to do, if you cannot deliver, they're going to find someone else who will. We're all replaceable. If they were giving me a show and I did what NeNe did, you don't think my ass would be fired? And instead of me sitting there, sour grapes, my attitude is, I'll show them motherfuckers. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go behind the scenes and I'm going to create something and be like, to them, like, I moved on. I've created something different. I'm not going to sit and wallow in, oh my God, the Real Housewives is over. What shall I do? Like, this is what she gives me. Like, you are, and it's funny. She's proving my point. Where I said she is nothing without that damn show. What other opportunities has she had outside of the Real Housewives? She doesn't have one. She appeared on a couple episodes of Glee. I hated that fucking show, by the way. And The New Normal. One damn season. Ryan Murphy ain't called Ryan Murphy recycled his goddamn actors. He hasn't called her back for nothing.
Yeah. I actually liked her on that show though. Her, Andrew Reynolds, him and Tom Hawkins. I liked her on that show, but you're absolutely right. And as I said to you before, like, this has been a transgression. We actually have the clip here. Let's take a look at this clip. What happened with Andy Cohen and Wendy, and this is where NeNe fell right into it here.
Wendy, going back a little bit to the beginning of the pandemic, shot the big Atlanta reunion. We spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time kind of torturing NeNe about her friendship with you, and the other women had really strong opinions about your friendship. What was your reaction to that conversation?
Well, a lot of people have said that NeNe is using me to I don't know, for social media or whatever NeNe would use somebody for. And I didn't consider it a usation. I've never been too honest to NeNe. NeNe likes to stay out of the house. So NeNe flies to New York.
See, right there.
And if I'm here and I have time, I see NeNe. If I don't have time, I let her know. NeNe, I'm busy. So I don't listen to that. I know who Lydia is, and it's something deep in the heart.
Well, there you have it, guys. Deep in the heart. She knows what
I want her to elaborate more on that.
Deep in the heart.
But I think the deep in the heart is NeNe is showing us who she really is. Like, and the funny thing is, millions of people can't be wrong with it, saying like, "Girl, you've been like." We're not diminishing that there aren't any issues via racial discrimination, whatever the case is at Bravo. It's all at a lot of the networks. This has been an issue that we've dealt with for as long as Hollywood has been conceived, that there are problematic issues within the industry in regards of racism, microaggressions, like. I'm currently listening to Sunny Hostin's book, and she puts it all out there in regards of how they try to diminish her feelings with Barbara Fedita, who was the one who ushered in a lot of her bookings and her work, her job at ABC, and then called her low rent. So we're not necessarily diminishing NeNe's experience. However, it's hard for people to look at it when her behavior is counter I can't even think of the word. It's kind of in opposite of whatever her experience is. All of a sudden, I can't think of big words right now, but you know what I mean. It's just hard for people to just take NeNe seriously because how her behavior has been in regards of reacting to her being fired from. I'm like, girl, you never been fired from a job before? Like, is this your first time ever like working a job? Like, did she go from the pole straight to Bravo? Was that the only source of income she was getting before she went? Because I'm like, you never experienced getting fired from a job. Like, there's been plenty.
It's funny you brought that up.
Cameron Hall got fired from NBC. Did you see her out here pulling the stunt she was pulling? No, she bounced back with a talk show. Wait, what were you saying?
Yeah, it's funny. No, I was gonna say it's funny that you brought that up, because you know she did go to Tamron, and you know and I definitely think that you know that was obviously staged. It was obviously something that you know right after the whole situation with the clip we just played, she immediately went to Tamron, and you know, and this is what exactly happened there.
Talking to former Real Housewife of Atlanta star NeNe Leakes. And when you look back at all of the years, are there any regrets?
You know, I don't have any regrets. You know, you can only learn from your past mistakes. So I don't have any regrets. I wish I was smarter. I wish I was more educated when I first, you know, entered into contracts and things like that, and I wasn't. But I don't want to say I regret.
As we mentioned, you know, again, you were one of the rare reality stars who then you were able to go on to Glee, which at the time,
which Kris Avalon hates.
Major coup, getting cast for Glee.
I was a little harsh on that. I was a little hard. I was like, I can't stand that fucking show. But look, quiet as I do not
whatever
like
happened there. And this is one of the things that I've learned in my career when
Oh, it's still playing, guys. We got
I was let go from a job. Said, okay, the best way that I can prove anyone wrong to work hard to win. However you define that. Sometimes winning is getting up off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the way I was raised. Is that you don't let someone see you sweat?
How do you pick yourself up?
Go ahead.
And that was the way I was always raised. Like, don't let them see you sweat. Don't let the haters sit on the sideline and the bleachers from the nosebleed section, and see you win. But NeNe is not letting anybody see her win. She's basically just sitting here looking bitter, looking like this is like like 1 minute you say you don't even want to be a part of the franchise no more. You're over it. You done left amicably. It was a great ride and this, that, and the third. Now you're saying something completely different. So it's just like, which one do we believe? Is it what NeNe saying? Is it what NeNe saying? Is it Lanithia? Like which version of you are we getting today? It seemed like the minute NeNe, chopped her nose off, her mind went with it. So I don't know what's going on. It's like I don't know.
NeNe.
Yeah, I don't know which version of you getting today. So my thing is just like,
well, I mean,
it's like the way what Tamron Hall said pretty much sealed up what I was saying, and I completely forgot she said that too. But it's just the way I look at being professional. It's just like, you know what? Don't let them see you sweat. You know. In the words of come up with a new concept, come up with a new on what's that show that The Real? Like maybe she should go. I would like to see her on a show like The Real or something. She would be perfect for that. So picking yourself up and being like a personality or a talk show or something, an ensemble, and not by herself. Because I don't know anybody who's gonna watch NeNe by herself. She needs somebody to do like if she were to do a show like go on The Real or something like that. I think she'd be perfect for that. But she just needs to, I think, go away for a couple of months, come back, regroup, Get her a new team behind her. Not no yes people, because yes people will only destroy you even more. You need to get some people that'll be like, no, that's not a good idea. Like, come up with something better, and then work from there.
Yeah.
So that's what I say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see what's the follow up from him. I agree with you 100%, but we got to wrap this up, guys. But tell us your thoughts. You guys can tweet us your thoughts or comment on the videos, post after. It's gonna be rough from here because she already pulled the trigger.
Yeah, she damn so is.
And you know, like I said, what happens from here? Right.
There was another thing
she made her bed and now she got to lay in it. So yeah,
go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Child, we about that. We starting to sound like the damn.
No, I was gonna say, aren't we? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
See,
like, go ahead, delay. Go ahead, Joy.
What was that, girl?
Okay. One thing I want to add is I forgot. I went off on a tangent about. I went on a tangent about Diddy's mother's horrible ass wigs. But to bring it on back, what I wanted to say was when they were talking about, because Claudia always, every time she talks about NeNe Leakes, she always finds herself apologizing before she goes and leaves her comment. I'm like, girl, can you stop apologizing for your opinion? If someone is a trending topic and you are a show that talks about trends and what's going on in pop culture and entertainment news, and it happens to be one of your former coworkers, you're gonna have to talk about them. So I wish people would stop apologizing and always say, y'all want to say it and make it like I'm a hater. No, it's an opinion, because this is an opinion show. Just like what we're doing is an opinion show. You could agree, you could disagree, and I'm okay with that. I don't go and call people names or cuss you out or disrespect you because your opinion is different than mine. I'm all for an open dialogue and up for debate. I was on the debate team in high school. So one of the things I do love is I love that interaction. So I want people to come up on here and leave their differences of opinion. And Claudia, stop apologizing for having an opinion on, you know, Miss Cup of Noodles hair. Stop always apologizing for when you want to give your opinion about NeNe, when you understand how the entertainment industry works. If you also followed it up with giving her advice, which she has, then go ahead and do that. But NeNe ain't ready for the advice. NeNe wants to hear what she want to hear and wants y'all to kiss her ass. And this is show business, not show friend, not show kiss ass. This is entertainment, the entertainment industry. It is eat or be eaten. That's just the way it is. It's a cold fucking world out here. Man up, nut up, or shut up. On that note.
I don't know what to say to that. No, you're absolutely right. Like I said, she pulled the trigger, and you know, it's on and popping from here, and she has to deal with the repercussions of not only, you know, I mean, she's been saying a lot, but this is the real deal now. Before it was all cute to get social media scores and get some ratings here and there, and everyone try to, you know, get a little attention. We, you know, us, that's what we do here. We pull the stories, but this is real stuff. And I, like I said, on one hand, I support her. On the other hand, I'm like, damn, like, way, but I get it. I understand it. Like, that's why I want to play those two, because you see, you know, Andy knew what he was doing with Wendy. Wendy knew what she, when that was around the time she just came back, you know, and so she needed press. And then, you know, NeNe's a real.
Andy's job is to be messy.
Right,
I mean,
right.
You know, so, yeah, y'all cool with each other. He loves having you on the show, and he has your number, and he texts you, but y'all don't understand this is a business. And I'm cool with you, but if I have Wendy on, I'm going to ask her the question. It just is what it is. I know a lot of people just, well, yeah, no. This is why I can't be friends with people in this industry, because you end up doing that and then it fucks with your job. And I see why Wendy goes back and forth with the same thing, because like when you befriend people, it's like they tend to think that, oh, well, if you end up trending, I can't talk about you. Girl, I'm going to talk about you. I don't care if I'm friends with the Kardashians, or I'm friends with NeNe Leakes, or I'm friends with whoever. If you are trending, sorry, we got to talk about it. I mean, I'll hit you up and I'll warn you and I'll let you, like, if you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment and I'll relay it. But that's why I can't. That's why, you know, Jason Lee is what he is, because, you know, oh, I know this one and I know that one. You can't do a real show if you know too many goddamn celebrities. So it is what it is. On that note, thank you all for tuning in. Also, if you come on late, once the live stream is over, be sure to leave your comments, click like and subscribe for those who are watching live on YouTube, because we are everywhere. We are on, via Restream. We're on Twitter live. We're going to be on Twitch live soon too. So we're working out the kinks on that. So yeah, for those who are watching, just leave your comments. Love you all for watching. Once again, I'm going to be coming back on soon with another episode of On the Line. Until then, I'm Kris Avalon, and right over here is Mr. EJ Parker. Bye.